big. It could apply to a lot of these guys.
But also Mark, Macqueen, he could be called Big Mark too.
It's going to be absolutely unbelievable. Daniel Manasoiu.
Daniel, that is only a purple belt, but the level of a very high accoladed black belt, man. He makes people look silly. Very good on leg locks, knee bars, heel hooks.
Yeah, got a lighter man's game. Manasoiu from the United States. As you can see, a big heavyweight, Mark Macqueen, winner of the European trials from the UK. We look at Manasoiu. Of course, he won the USA trials from New Wave Jiu-Jitsu.
He had good approach by Mark. It's a nice takedown with no points, with a sweep approach here by Big Dan. You could see Big Dan use these hook sweeps to get underneath of the hip for the heel hooks.
Well, you can see the leverage he generates. Very, very tall, very, very long legs. Got to watch out for sweeps and, as you said, leg attacks from a guy like that. You get entangled by him, ain't going anywhere.
It's over.
Yeah.
And he's so strong, and he plays a very distinct guard. He plays more this guard to the left side, you know, using the right foot underneath, which majority of the people plays to the other side, so it's kind of confusing for the guard passer.
Manasoiu able to push off with that Z guard, but content here to play from his side.
Yeah, he's even though he's so big and so strong, his guard game is very, very good. Gets underneath very easy. Look at that. It's the single.
Easy stand up to single leg.
Can see that he's not giving 100%. He's kind of pacing himself.
I was about to ask you that. It seems like he's willing to let it go, and first 5 minutes, no points. So don't want to expend a lot of energy.
This is a good approach that he does for the heel hooks.
Looks like Macqueen has done his homework. He brought that leg down immediately. You called it, champ. Manasoiu just playing easy game. Little Z guard, open guard, looking for something to open up from Mark Macqueen, of course, from the UK. European trials champion. Much more that traditional heavyweight build, a little bit stockier, a little bit shorter. Manasoiu with those long legs, what we call a sweeper's guard.
Yeah, he's so dangerous on that. But you don't see, like, it's very hard to find training partners for those big guys, right? So, but Dan has the likes of Gordon Ryan to train with, Nicholas Marigali. So
mobile heavyweights who can do everything.
Exactly. Mark putting pressure here. 2.5 minutes to go for the points. You see both contenders kind of just feeding each other. Good frame here by Big Dan to don't let Mark get too close.
I don't know, Braulio. I'm not seeing a purple belt out here.
No, he's so good.
I don't know
he's so
about
good.
Purple belt thing right now. Jake Shields, of course, took bronze in ADCC as a purple belt. Marcel Garcia won his first one as a brown belt. It does happen, but this guy's got black belt technique.
Yeah, I mean, like, maybe he's training more gi.
Yeah,
he'll get to probably the black belt.
Spending too much time in no gi. That's what it is.
Good approach here by Mark. Very well defended here by Big Dan with Uchimata.
Uchimata also threatening to roll through with that leg. That tends to be his counter from that position.
And then if you blink, he ends up in a heel hook.
Yeah. But is that part of the danger right now, Braulio, is the first 5 minutes, maybe the guy's going smooth, what you don't realize, and then as soon as point time, you got to worry about that explosion. You got to worry about him suddenly going to 100.
Yeah, that's what usually happens.
No.
You know, because then it's game on, right? Then you have 5 minutes to put in practice everything that you felt during the first round, like at the first half of the match.
Uchimata once again to a kind of half roll through.
1 minute to go, 40 points.
Right now,
you see a different Daniel when in 50 seconds.
You can see it in his face right now. We can see it on the other side of the camera. But Big Dan right now, emotionless. Read and react. Right now is when you get all your information. For people who remember that prime Anderson Silva, right? First round I read you, second round I take you out. Similar kind of thing in grappling.
It's pretty much that. This happens a lot here in the ADCC, especially in the finals, because that is 10 minutes no points and 10 minutes with points. in the overtimes, there is no water or whatsoever. Basically, just reset the point, the time.
Right now, Manasoiu very comfortable on the bottom.
10 seconds to start the points.
We'll see how things change the next 5 seconds when points begin.
Points is on.
And the referee let him know. Now, Mark Macqueen so far has been solid. That has
Here we go.
Easy sweep.
To the back.
One hook in.
See, he made it look so easy, right?
Smooth, unbelievable.
He's so technical.
And Mark Macqueen, not a small heavyweight, ladies and gentlemen. That's a heavy man.
And you can tell that he wasn't trying to do much when he was in the first half.
One hook in, but taking his time for that second hook. And there it is.
There we go.
Both legs in. As soon as it's confirmed, that should be 3 points.
He should.
And there it is.
3 points for Big Dan against Mark Macqueen from the UK.
And as you know, you better have a strong back when someone's got hooks on and they're that big. With those legs, it is torture.
It's not comfortable. It's not fun at all. And here Dan is kind of getting deeper here of the gift wrap here, controlling hand to hand on the seat belt.
But it's just as you called it, champ. As soon as they said points, it was boop, right over with the sweep.
Straight away. So now look, see the Big Dan let one hook off and already adjust for to the second hook to the other side.
Every time he puts it in, it's going to be another 3 points. It's a strategy a lot of people employ here at ADCC.
A good position here for Big Dan would be that half Nelson above the head and turn it to be able to put the second hook in.
Yeah, that power half Nelson from the back is just brutal.
It's incredible. It's my favorite position. There we go.
There it is.
Now
just as you called it, champ.
It's coming. That's very unlike. Oh, maybe he just saved some energy. He was in the good spot to do so.
All right, now Mark Macqueen from the UK has to get something going here. Manasoiu right now is having his way with him. That 3-0 you're seeing is from a back take. Took his hooks out, content to ride, kind of wrestling style here.
Yeah, I think Big Dan is kind of just cruising, controlling without exposing much of energy, because he will need it. And Mark has to do something now. That's 2 minutes and 25 seconds. He has to wake up and do something.
And also the old school style, Braulio, was your opponent's carrying your weight. Are you ahead? You're winning, right?
Yeah.
It's, okay, I'm on top of you. You got to carry me and you, and I'm ahead. It's over, right?
It's a very difficult position.
Tough. And that's what we're seeing a lot is new school movement, old school pressure, right? Once you're on it,
and then, mate, if you play like the control points, control game in jiu-jitsu, pressure control, and when you have 3 points ahead and you are in the advantage position, if you don't want to move, if you just want to, it's just difficult. It's a harder fight to fight against.
Right.
And that's what Dan is doing. He's just like getting in an advantage position and let Mark do the escape and open up like he just did right now.
Just as you called it. Tried to open up to get out, and right now, Big Dan waiting to put those hooks in. Manasoiu right now playing a very, very solid positional game, fighting very, very smart.
1 minute, 25 seconds here with the end of the match. Dan winning 3-0 against Mark Macqueen. Mark kind of need to put the third gear on. Now it's all or nothing.
So when people ask why guards from black belts are so hard to pass, is because black belt passes your guard or gets hooks, so you'll never get it back. You'll never get that territory back against someone who knows how to sit their hips down. Once again, hooks in.
Another 3 points here for Big Dan in a much better control position this time here, sprawling.
Talk about the misery, right? Having those hips on you. Mark Macqueen suffering on bottom.
This is a very bad situation that when you're there, you are under pressure and nothing you can do about it. and it's full control from Dunn here.
I gotta say, Braulio, this heavyweight bracket is looking absolutely fantastic so far.
Yeah, I mean, all the main contenders are passing by. So going to the quarterfinals here, 20 seconds to go, and Big Dan gonna jump into the quarterfinals.
And just the way they want to. One-sided matches, not spending a lot of energy.
Especially
in
for the
cruise
size.
control, yeah.
Yeah, it's very smart.
It looks like 6-0 is where it's gonna stay. And that is it. Manasoiu with an impressive first round win over Macqueen. Talk about using your build the right way. Those legs were in effect from the beginning.